Hello, friends and family. I don't do a lot of these types of recordings anymore, especially not at night where you can't even see me. But I feel like I needed to get this off my chest. I got a couple phone calls yesterday that were they were like maybe like 90 minutes apart from each other, and they were both very disturbing. So the first one was about a friend of my brother, and he's like my age, probably a little younger even. Like I think he's in his 30s, and cancer, which it happens, and it's very sad every time it happens. But his days are real numbered, and it just got me thinking, about how not just how precious life is, but how delicate and how fragile life is, because it's not something that is guaranteed, like we always talk about how people are young and they have so many years ahead of them. Well, all of those are just guesses, and then so that was already something I was kind of trying to process. And I know this friend too, and he's a nice guy and everything. So this guy was on my mind, and then I got another phone call, like unrelated, from an old Navy buddy, and he told me that some of our other Navy, like one of our Navy friends, who I also have great memories of, and we used to be very close during my time in the Navy, he's dead. And I'll just go ahead and say it, like he took his own life, and it was shocking. It was a very bizarre feeling, that not only did I get that news, but just back to back, two pieces of like devastating news, and so it's just got me thinking a lot about each of them, about the people that are close to them now, about the people that have always been close to them, including myself, and just so many questions, especially for, I couldn't get this Navy friend out of my mind, because I know that specifically for this guy, like all the things I feel like I found difficult about the Navy, they came easy to him. And I used to, kind of envy that, or I used to admire that. Like, I'm like, man, that's great that the lifestyle that gives me so many problems is giving you no problems, and so, but apparently that wasn't the case in other aspects of his life. And I don't know, it's just, this news comes at a weird time in my life, because like things are going so great, I had the things that are most important to me are flourishing. There's so many opportunities to appreciate big things and little things, and I feel like I do a pretty good job of that. But then when I get news like this, my level of appreciation, it's like tenfold, it multiplies, because I know that the life I used to have could have gone a different direction, and it could have ended up like down this other very dark path. And I felt like I had my dark times too, but I don't know, it's hard for me to like, I really don't want to compare dark times, because that's not the right thing to do. Like my dark times, they were still dark for me, but nothing that led to anything like this catastrophic, And yeah, I heard that this Navy friend of mine, he left behind a family and some young kids that now don't have a father. And man, that's, and I mean, anybody that knows me knows how important that part is, just being a parent and being a father. It's like one of the most important things in my life, top two, along with being a husband. And I wondered it's hard to think this way, but sometimes I think it's also, there can be some good in it. I wonder if I would have known differently, or now that I know, if there's people in my life that I could be helping and supporting and trying to prevent them from going down these types of paths that lead to these very destructive consequences, very destructive results. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't be thinking about that. I don't know, but for me, like I allow myself to think about that. Not because I like the dark times, but just because I feel like there's still learning opportunities, and for those people specifically, for the friend of my brother and for my Navy friend, like. I don't know what much more I can do for them. Maybe I've already tried to reach out to like some other Navy friends that I also knew him, and I would welcome the opportunity to reconnect with those guys. It gives me a reason to reconnect with those guys, and we could talk about the friend that we lost, or we can talk about anything. I'd love to hear how they're doing. I'd love to share with them how I'm doing. There's just little connections that we have made throughout life. And I feel, and it's weird because I was talking to my wife yesterday. I said, I feel like my life, it's still young, relatively young. I get these comments from people that I hang out with, like, you're still young. There's still a lot of life to live. And I agree with that, But then when I get some calls like this, I'm like, am I that young? Because I'm having to deal, there's been, earlier this year, another one of my brother's childhood friends, he passed away, different circumstances and stuff, and, but it's crazy, like, these people, it's not that these people, we've lost contact with them, is that, like, they're gone, like, they're literally, I can't believe that they've lost contact with everybody, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to make of it. But yeah, I guess time moves on. We can't take back whatever's happened already, and just some more constant reminders that life is precious. I guess that's it.